Okay.
All right, let's start.
Raise your hand if you're Joe Morales.
All right. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Good. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. All right.
That's pretty lame, dog.
That's pretty lame. That's pretty lame. All right. So we gotta warm you up so you can do a proper applause for Sarah and John and Cruz. So, first off, you guys, you remember from last year the storm of applause? You remember that from last year?
Oh, yeah.
So those of you, let me hear the storm of applause. Storm of applause. Not bad. Not bad. So let's see if we can get that a little more turbulent of storm. But that wasn't bad though. That was like not a shower, more than a shower of applause, but not quite a storm. Should we try one more time? One more time. Give me a storm of applause. Let's go. There we go. Well done. All right, guys. Let me give you welcome to our workshop, our masterclass hour here, and we'll do this until about 1:50, 1:55 before we go on to technique class, and then combos after that. So, tell you about Sarah. Sarah was here last year. She's one of our regulars, and she's awesome. I'll read her bio, some of the elements of it, and just it's cool stuff. So she's a multi-Austin Music Award winning songwriter and jazz singer. Her album, Phoebe's Dream, was featured on NPR's Song Travels with Michael Feinstein, and he gave her the compliment that some of her original songs might make their way someday into the Great American Songbook. I think that's a great compliment. That's high praise. So Great American Songbook is what they call the collection of jazz standards, Autumn Leaves and Summertime and those. So if any of us can write a song that makes its way into that people play, that's cool. It's nice when someone to get that compliment anyway. Her original music has also appeared in ad campaigns for Chanel, Dell, Kia, and Elf Cosmetics. And she has music on TV shows such as The Good Wife, Godfather Revenge, and Cable Girls. Her group, which includes guitarist Mitch Watkins, they have a Thursday evening residency at the Elephant Room. So those of you who live in town can go check her out every Thursday, and including this Thursday, except that we have a concert. What time do you start on Thursday?
6 to 8:30.
Uh-oh, right during our
By the way,
concert.
I can't be
You a fake ID.
Yeah, can you sub out and come hear us? Come sit in with us. All right, anyway, including this Thursday, but of course you'll all be here, presumably, but catch her any other Thursday at the Elephant Room. Put your hands together for the wonderful Sarah Sharp.
Thank you. Okay, how's my level? We'll find out.
What? Huh? What's that?
So John and I want to talk today. We're going to play a song. We're going to work with a song with y'all to make an example of, first we're just going to play it really straight, and then I'll start to talk about the point we're about to try to make.
Do you want to just do one time?
Yeah, just one start.
No solos or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want to sing the pickups or?
Sure. I'll come straight in.
Yeah.
One.
The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. Oh no, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt It's really bright up here, so I can't quite see your faces, but I purposely did that really straight, really what I consider kind of soulless on purpose. It's what I would call cruise ship jazz. And the point I want to make is how to embody a song and to bring awareness to really knowing the song and what made it come into existence. The reason it's called the Great American Songbook or a jazz standard is it's universal. And for some reason, these songs are still being played decades later. And decades, maybe even 80 years. I mean, how old do you think that song is?
Oh, God, like 80.
Probably 80 years.
80
So why are we still playing it? There's something about the jazz standards that are so true to the human condition and the experience of being human, and it often has to do with love or longing. And what I see a lot with not just younger musicians is people just showing up and playing the tune and not really even knowing what the story is, especially for instrumentalists. But I see it a lot with voice students as well, where I say, tell me the story. What is this song about? And they're singing it really happy, and it's actually not a happy song, but it's usually played super campy, and people are just so used to dialing it in that they're not really giving consideration to the story. But the song, we wouldn't still be playing these songs if it weren't for how true and meaningful the stories that these lyrics, create are. So, something I do with my voice students is make them sometimes even just speak the lyrics to me and get to the point where you feel it. And even if you maybe haven't had that experience because you've never been in love, there's a way to get to that story where you can relate to it. Whether it's through thinking of a movie or a film or a book or a character that you know and what it felt like to know their story, or for instance in this song, I was thinking about it on the way here. Okay, who can tell me what that song's about? Just somebody, just throw it out. What do you think it's about? About love?
Good guess.
Is anybody already familiar with this song and the lyrics? We purposely tried to pick one that's pretty standard. Who's already familiar with this song? Okay. And are you an instrumentalist?
Yeah.
So have you ever paid attention to the lyrics?
No, not really.
I really want to urge everyone to, any song you're performing, to study the lyrics and know them and know the story. And when you're performing, if you're, if you're playing your solo or whatever you're playing, for people to believe the story you're telling and not just show up and dial in these songs.
Do you want to add anything before we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
you-
You add something?
Yeah.
Something snarky?
Yeah.
So, what Sarah is getting at, I think, and I agree with, is the issue is this, okay? And these everyone can see this is like the iReal book, right? Or, the fake book on the phone, or the fake book. So, we have, and we're all guilty of this. I'm just as guilty as everyone else. We've turned these great songs, these great standards from the Great American Songbook into chord progressions that we like to improvise on. And of course, that is important. That's what Charlie Parker and his colleagues did in the 40s. They took these songs that were popular in musicals and on the radio that everyone recognized, the choruses from these songs, the really recognizable parts, and they would play that one time and then improvise on it. Because those changes were so familiar to them, those chords. That's great, but the reason why those songs have stayed decade after decade after decade, to maybe a little degree, is that, yeah, we like to improvise over them with very familiar chord changes, but the tunes themselves are memorable. And not only that, but like, just think about your favorite pop songs that you would never associate with jazz, right? You probably like those mostly for the vibe of the song and the message of the lyrics. You know, maybe something about the instrumental tracks speaks to you, but that's what these songs were back in the day. Believe it or not, these songs that you guys are playing for the most part of your combos, Autumn Leaves and Lullaby of Birdland and all the songs I've been hearing you guys play, they weren't written to be improvised on by jazz musicians. They were written to be on the radio, sung by singers, and their lyrics mean something. And the problem with these iReal things is they have turned all of these great songs into these little digital chord progressions, right? That has no connection to the music. And we're really doing ourselves a disservice by not, knowing the tunes and having like some references, your favorite versions of these tunes. Like for me, Ella Fitzgerald would be a pretty important version of this tune, and other recordings. But so, I that's Sarah's coming through from the perspective of wanting to put. She already understands the lyrics. She knows what it's about, and she wants to take that and parlay that into her version of this song, right? But you're never going to be able to do that if you don't even know that there's a song there, right? If you just think these are chords. Okay, does that make sense? Right? As much as we talk about the importance of being able to improvise over chords, you still need to know. And I kind of talked a little bit about this with Joe's combo this morning, right? Remember I made you guys put your fake books away, and a couple of you guys almost had heart attacks, right? And just said, just think about the melody, and the supporting harmony will come. I stand by that. It may not happen immediately, because part of you probably just freaked out that you're not looking at something. But if you trust yourself, and you trust your ear, and you trust that you're going to get better as a musician, the more you get away from those books and those sets of chord changes, and the more you just try to connect in some way or some form or fashion with the actual song, like They Can't Take That Away From Me, I promise you, playing this music is going to be so much more fulfilling. And this is coming from a guy who, when I was your age, I thought everyone's going to love how fast I can play the bass, right? And that certainly wasn't the case. All right?
Thank you.
So the point is to embody the song. And for me, so these lyrics, the way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that, you can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams, they can't take that away from me. That tells a lot. It paints a picture of quite a relationship in very few lyrics, very few words. So we're going to do it again. And I'm going to attempt to bring my lived experience and my interpretation of the story that this song tells into this version of it. The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. Always keep the memory of the way you hold So, first of all, do you hear the difference? Raise your hand if you hear the difference. Okay. Good. I'm glad we were able to make that point. From my experience, if I embody the song, my band does too. The way that they back me up, the way that we play together, everybody's telling the story. And I was hoping, and I think what happened, I was hoping what you would hear, and it's what I think happened, at least from my perspective, is that even with their solos, they were telling the story. Raise your hand if you thought you could hear it in the solos. So, my point is that if you can step into a really authentic place with every song, first of all, you'll have a better experience. The audience will believe you. I'm always asking my students, there are moments with my students where I'll say, I believe you, you know, and it's exciting when I can tell that they're really in the story. And I think that the way that other people in the band play will be influenced for the better, the more authentic you can be and the more true you can be to the song. Anything to add to that?
Yeah, well, I mean, so, to me, the difference, from the musician's perspective, playing for Sarah, now, you know, I've played with Sarah for a while now, so a lot of times I kind of know what to expect, so I tried to play that first time like I'd never played with her, which is hard to do, but she sang it pretty straight. It sounded to me like maybe the lyrics don't resonate quite as happy in love, right? It's a little melancholy, right? If you think about the lyrics of it, if you really listen to them, you know, it's like, we're not together anymore, but I still love you. That's not totally happy. And so what I've got the vibe from Sarah was, she was sort of pulling back a little bit in that way, singing a little more melancholy. And I feel like that's kind of how we played it. And then, so as most of you guys are instrumentalists, guys and girls out here are instrumentalists, so then what do you do with that as a jazz musician, you know, backing up a singer? Do you wait for the singer just to get over all the melancholy stuff and just play all your fast licks in your solo and show everyone what you can do? Probably not, right? So Chris took a pretty nice kind of, you know, I'm not gonna say melancholy solo, but it was kind of understated, you know, and it sort of fit, right? If we did something happy and peppy, we'd probably play a little more sprightly. And yeah, shredding, yeah, right? A little show off. And, you know, and I tried, when kind of, what Rader was talking about yesterday, you know, to me, the blues evokes a lot of things, and melancholy ideas, melancholy sentiments, definitely. So I try to get some blues in my solo as well. And we never really, like, amped up, right? We could. I mean, if we wanted to, we could play some pretty hard-hitting stuff. But it really wouldn't work for this tune. Maybe we'll do another one where we can do that, or maybe we'll play something that's a little brighter. But yeah, that's the vibe I got.
Well, and I mean, so the way I felt that song while I was singing it was that, you know, this is a love that can't be. Like, they had a chance to know and love each other, but the bridge says, we may never ever meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you held your knife, the way you, we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. So for me, that's longing. But let's say it was a story of just gratitude. It could just be, hey, it's not practical, and I don't live with heartbreak about it, but I'm so thankful for that experience. We want to play like just a little bit of it with a different.
Yeah. What was the vibe?
So now it's same lyrics, but it's like, I'm just so thankful that I had this life-changing experience of love at that stage of my life. Okay. The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that, they can't take that away from me. The way you smile to me, the way you sing all the key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me.
solo.
So then the solos would have gone really differently if we kept that going. But my point is that it's your individual embodiment of the song, whether you're a vocalist or not. It's your personality, it's your story, it's bringing your lived experience into your take on the song, and it makes a difference. How much time do we have?
15 minutes, 16, 17 minutes.
Do you mind if I add one tiny thing?
Yeah.
Just a quick thought too, like you can be the person that does this. Like I think as like a side person in the band, sometimes you're not the leader, you feel like, there's always times you're playing in a group and it feels like nobody is really there, they're all just doing it, and nobody's actually giving that little like X factor of like, why am I doing it, why are we here, what are we feeling? Whatever the story is, in an instrumental situation especially, because nobody's saying words, but you can be that person who like brings that energy on any instrument, on any point. It could be behind the soloist, it could be you are the soloist, you could be the person that changes people's ears into like, oh, are we doing something? Are we caring right now? And it can be infectious. Like the whole band can get on and be like, oh, I'm not just playing, I'm actually like telling a story right now and we're feeling something. Like I've had gigs like that where it's just kind of going, and then all of a sudden somebody does something and everyone's like, oh wait, I like playing music, that's why I'm here. And then the gig goes differently and everybody at the end, everyone's like, hey, that was actually cool. So you can be that person who does that. You just have to like take the initiative to put it out there.
Absolutely.
That's great. Hey,
Yeah.
good point.
No, I really appreciate you adding that. It makes me think of, so, we've played thousands of gigs, and some of them are great, and a lot of them are not great. They're just not that fun. I mean, there's a song that John and I recorded on an album, and the album just got mixed, and it's a standard that is now one of our favorites to play. And the reason we play it now is we were doing a 3-hour brunch gig for about 7 people. And it was not a glamorous or glorious gig in any way. But every time we play, whether it's for, something like that or something that's really like you feel successful and rewarded and a wonderful exchange with the audience, we turn towards each other and we play for each other. That's a safe place no matter what. If we're at least true to ourselves and to each other, it's just a much better way to get through, especially a gig that's no fun, but all the gigs. And last year we used Girl from Ipanema as an example. We ended up putting that on our record because the way we play it is, I don't know anybody who does anything like that. But what happened was we were on our 3rd set of this 3-hour brunch gig and pulling out random songs from my book that I hadn't sung since college. Like a lot of my charts from college are not even in the right key because my voice is deeper now. And we decided to play Girl from Ipanema, and I hadn't sung it since college. I didn't think I wanted to sing it, and I said, can we please do something like not just cruise ship with it? And so he did this really cool on-the-spot thing that became our arrangement, and in a way that we tell that story now and embody the song. And it's one of our favorite songs to play. And I think it's probably one of the most notable songs on the record.
Yeah.
Right?
And whenever we play it live, because everyone's so used to hearing it that one way, it's always gets a positive reaction.
Because it's such a unique take. When the vocal comes in, people go, oh,
That's this?
it's Ipanema? So,
Joe?
Can you all do the ship version first?
okay, let's play the just beginning of Ipanema.
Hey, Sarah, what
Yeah.
song is it on?
What?
Of your album?
We made a record, and I approved the last mix yesterday, and it's being sent to mastering, and it's really good. It's Mitch, and yeah, I don't know the title yet, but we recorded it at Eric Johnson's studio, and it's exquisitely recorded. And, yeah. Okay, we're gonna play Ipanema the way y'all would hear it, with people who are just dialing it in and doing the gig. bunch, and I'm like, I haven't sung Ipanema since college, but can we just do something different with it? And
I was
this
gonna
is,
give you $100 bill if you would've kept going.
yeah. No, let's hear what he did. These guys haven't played our take on it with us, but they got it, It's not exactly how it sounds on the record, but they had the vibe completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice.
How are we on time now?
You got about 8 minutes.
Okay.
Can you sing my favorite song from the record with me?
Which one?
Losing my mind.
Okay,
I'll play piano.
okay,
Do you want to hear Sarah sing my favorite song? Speaking of connected to the lyrics,
yeah.
Right.
I mean, I had to live life. I had to go. I had to get my heart pulverized in order to embody this song.
I forgot.
I hope all of you
about
get
the
your
song.
hearts destroyed so
Yeah.
you can. I'm just kidding, kind of not.
No,
really.
no, this is,
I mean, you have to have lived experience, and if you don't, you think of what what you can relate to bring into the story.
yeah, I was just like, this song I've known for decades. It's from an old musical called Follies, I think, a Stephen Sondheim musical. And I've always thought this is such a great song, and it came to my mind one day, and I thought Sarah could sing this, right? But I wouldn't think that about too many singers, because the lyrics are pretty deep. Listen to the lyrics of this tune. This is
And I wasn't familiar with the song.
play.
I'm gonna back up closer to you. The sun comes up, I think about you. The coffee cup, I think about you. I want you so, it's like I'm losing my mind. talk to friends and think about you. And do they know it's like I'm losing my mind? All afternoon, doing every little chore. The thought of you hurts me. Sometimes I stand in the middle of the floor, not going left, not going right. I dim the lights to think of you. Spend sleepless nights to think about you. You said you loved me, but were you just being kind? Or am I losing my mind?
Ooh, I like that song.
Yeah.
Good plan, John. Good job.
Didn't crack my knuckles.
Well,
We were gonna talk about trading licks and improvising, but I don't think we have time.
You have time, go for that. You can do that.
how many minutes do we have?
You can go another 6, 7
Okay.
minutes.
One more example I wanted to give. Do you want to just do it with bass?
Yeah.
I had a teacher, actually it was Mady Kay, some of y'all might know her, when I was 20 years old. And I had never sung jazz at that point. And I'll never forget a moment that she explained something to me that unlocked in me the idea of improvising. And it was very liberating. And my hope is to help y'all feel some liberation. And when I was taking lessons with her, I'll never forget, it was the song Moon Dance. And she was giving me examples of different ways I could, change. Usually if you go through the song, you're gonna stick true to the melody and be respectful of the way it was written, but then when you come back through, no matter what you're playing, it's your turn to play with it, right? And she gave me this, I don't know, it was like permission to mess up, to try everything. And it was in the song Moon Dance, I wanna make love to you tonight, I can't wait till the morning has come. Y'all know that song? And all the night's magic seems to whisper. So the melody is, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance, I can't wait till the morning comes, something like that. And she said, okay, so play with it. And I was petrified. She was like, for instance, I wanna make love to you tonight, I can't wait till the morning has come. And that's exactly what she's saying, I never forgot it. We're gonna trade, what should we do it on? Not that song.
Not that. Now I got Moon Dance in my head. I'll do like a Latin one.
Why don't we do, it's been a long one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Want to sing a little
Okay,
bit?
so I'm gonna sing this song the way it's written pretty much, and then we're just gonna trade off, and play, and play, and play, and play, and play, and try things. And maybe I'll even try something risky enough for it to sound terrible. But I want to encourage you to do it. I want you to encourage you to do it when you're playing along the recordings and you're trying stuff, and when you're playing with each other. I mean, maybe don't try it. experiment too hard on the performance if it's an important moment, but just free yourselves up is what I'm trying to encourage. Kiss me once and kiss me twice, kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Haven't felt like this, my dear, since can't remember when. It's been a long, long time. You'll never know how many dreams I dreamed about you, or just how empty they all seem without you. So kiss me once, kiss me twice, kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Haven't felt like this, my dear, since can't remember when. It's been a long, long time. So kiss me once and kiss me twice. It's been a long, long time. I'll go first. Kiss me once, kiss me twice. It's been a long, long time. You'll never know how many dreams I dreamed about you, or just how empty they all seem without you.
Straight.
It's been a long, long time. It's been a long, long time. Or just how empty they all seem without you. It's been a long, long time. I don't want to scatter.
Yeah.
I'm not a scatter.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Some of it is, even if you don't change the melody that much, just more like having the freedom to push and pull with your phrasing. So kiss me once and kiss me twice, kiss me once again, or kiss me once and kiss me twice. It's been a long, long, long time. You can, even if you can't think yet how to change the melody, you can play a lot more with time as a way to start to free yourself up.
Man.
Sarah,
Mhm.
maybe take a question or two and wrap up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, question or two, and then we'll wrap it up. Anybody have any questions?
Be curious. Hey, Sarah, I have a question. If they don't, you sure don't have a question? I have one if you don't have one. Got one? Okay, can you just talk a little bit about, I have everybody on all instruments singing today, and I think singing is the most, because I think the voice is the first and most important musical instrument. Can you just talk about that a little bit, about singing itself for everybody who's not full-time singers? Just singing itself as an awesome thing to do?
Just that encourage people that it's important?
Whatever you want to say about that. I think everyone on earth should sing.
Well, I think everybody can.
Absolutely.
And I've known people who could barely match a pitch, and they were able to get there and get there and get there. So I think everybody can sing.
Yeah.
trick I love, and this is great for breath capacity, is take your song and if you can go, roll your lips like that. You have to have a lot of breath capacity, and you have to be able to plan your phrasing to sing the whole song doing that. Try it.
Let's sing a scale. Let's sing a
Okay.
scale
We're going to sing from there. Do. Ready? Do. How long can you keep going?
You did that in one breath?
Yeah.
Really?
And I didn't take a big breath on purpose. I just,
Whoa.
yeah.
I did
Are
this
you
three.
limiting the amount
Yeah.
that you're letting out? Are you purposely limiting how much you put out?
I don't think I'm limiting how much I put out. But you really have to plan your phrases and know where you can get your breath. If you practice the melody that way, or practice your solo that way.
Do you get lightheaded?
Actually, that came up yesterday because in jazz choir, Peggy mentioned that sometimes people get lightheaded when they sing if they're not used to singing. But you never have these kind of expressions stuff?
Well, I think
I'm more.
it's funny. One time I taught a high school student, and I was saying, do you know any cousins? Do you have any babies you can watch when they're sleeping? And she said, I have a baby. And I'm like, okay, well, here's your assignment. The way your baby breathes is from here to here to here to here. It's the whole thing.
Yep.
You watch a baby sleep, their entire chest cavity all the way around from here to here is moving. The way we breathe in our hunched over lives is like this much, mostly. And so awareness of a full breath, you can feel it in your ribs back here.
Yep.
You can feel it all the way down and all the way around. So being lightheaded is just because it's time to, opportunity to build up your breath capacity.
Love it. You guys got that? So jazz choir people, which is all of you, take advantage of the opportunity in jazz choir, not only to learn the song, but to improve your breathing, improve your breath. It'll help your whole life.
You can drive around, you can be in the shower, you can do all kinds of things singing your song like that. And you can't hurt your voice that way. Because you have to have enough breath to keep your lips doing that. So you're not damaging your vocal cords at all doing that.
All right, y'all put your hands together for Sarah Sharp. Storm! Storm! Storm!
Sarah Sharp, John Frumkin. John Frumkin, put your hands together for John. Chris McQueen. Let me hear you. Chris McQueen. Chris McQueen. Daniel DeFore. John Frumkin. And Sarah Sharp.